Hello everyone, today we're creating another look and this is inspired by an Instagram user called Noah Fawn, Noah.Faun, and this is the look he's created. I mean, just look at this, it's so pretty. Obviously I decided not to go for the 3 dots on my forehead, and I didn't go, well, he's not really wearing any lipstick, just one like red stripe, but I decided to just go for nude lipstick. I've really enjoyed making this tutorial for you and I'm really happy about how this look turned out. So if you want to know how to go from, well, nothing to these beautiful eyes, just tuck yourself in, grab a hot chocolate, get yourself a snack and just tune in into my tutorial on this look, which I called the Blood Moon Reckoning. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, first off I shall prime my eyelid. I'm just going to be using the W7 Lemon Mayrang Eye Concealer. I blended that out with a beauty blender, and the first thing I'm going to go into is this brownie kind of nude shade from my Morphe 35OM palette. This is actually the only palette I'll be using in this look, and then the only other color I'll be using is an Inglot shade in 301, and this just comes on its own. So yeah, it's just this one palette and this one loose color. I'm going to be taking a fluffy brush, dipping into that nude color and just going in kind of like a transition shade and whipping it out slightly, just to kind of, as you can see, there's that wing there, so I'm just going to create a base for that wing there. Next up, I'm taking a packing brush and I'm dipping into this shade right here, and I'm going to be placing that kind of on the, I don't know, like just over half of the outside of my lid, and I'm just placing that up to the natural crease of my eye and kind of leaving it as is. Then I'm taking a kind of a smaller, fluffier blending brush and trying to smooth out those edges while trying to already make this winged shape. I'm gonna go back in with the first blending brush that I applied the nude shade with and just really make sure that everything is blended. I'm making sure to go up rather than down. Anything dark, you know, on the outer edge of your eye, if you're gonna blend it down, you know, you are going to look droopy and unflattering. Next up, I'm taking, this is number 6 from BH Cosmetics. I'm pretty sure it's like a concealer brush, and I'm dipping still into this dark color, and I'm basically drawing that wing. Just making sure that is just basically just like here, this kind of whipped out, just like winged liner, basically, just with a concealer brush and a powder eyeshadow. Once you're happy with the shape of it, just go back and forth, blend it, get the shape right, blend it again, do it until you're happy with both the shape and the blend. I say this in all of my tutorials, when you want to get a very specific shape with your shadow, that's all you have to do. You have to go in with a packing tighter brush to create that shape. Then you have to go back with a blending brush and blend out the edges, and that blending is going to take some of that pigment away, so then you're going to have to put it back down again, and that's going to make things look unblended again, so then you're going to have to go back and blend. Basically, it's a process. Go back and forth until the shape, the blend, and the pigmentation of the look is satisfactory to you. I am happy enough with this brown kind of winged base, so I'm going to use this flat, fluffy brush, and I'm dipping into the darkest red from the Morphe palette, and it is this one here. And just very lightly, I'm basically creating this red base. I don't want to go too hard because, well, at the very edges this is supposed to be blended out anyway, and this is red, so it's not very forgiving. If you make a mistake, I'm gonna have to pay for it. And then I'm just dragging that on the lower lash. The red goes down quite far, not quite as far as this, but it does go down quite far, as you can see here, so there's no issue with that. Then just very lightly you're going to also kind of bring that red over into the transition shade a little bit, just like it is here, you know, kind of in, but not too far. It doesn't even go as far as halfway in, just a little bit. I forgot to do one thing. The brown kind of wing that I've created on the outer edge, I'm actually going to bring it into the outer corner of my lower lash, not bring it in inwards at all, literally just make this connection here. Next up, I'm taking a smudger brush, and I'm actually for the first time dipping into this blood red 301 shade from Inglot, and I'm just really going to focus that nearest the lower lash on the outer corner, and I'm gonna go into, as you can see, kind of nearly just past halfway through. And I'm really not playing around with this. I am blending very intensely. This is a very packed smudger brush. I think anything more fluffy will not work for this. I'm really going in close to my waterline. I'm basically going over the waterline, making sure that there is no skin left, and smoking this out as much as can be. And this also helps to smoke out this this brown that I just put there and kind of left it there. So this is a process as well. I'm dipping a lot into this shade, even though this is intense. This is an intense shade. I'm still going in back and forth, making sure that there is a lot of pigment. Next up, I'm just taking my favorite little small, no-name, fluffy blending, like, small brush. And this has no pigment on it, and I'm basically just going to smoke out the rest of this pigment into the inner corner, and maybe put some more of that lighter red in there just to bring things into the inner corner. But I really don't want to bring this darker red into the inner corner, but I also don't want this darker red to kind of abruptly stop. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to blend it outward into nothing with no pigment, or maybe with some of the red, depending on whether we lose some intensity or not. We'll just see. So I actually want to bring more of this red onto my lower lash, and especially into the inner corner, but I'm going to grab this this brush that I'm using for this red, the fluffy one, and I'm just basically going to go over the lower lash just as a whole again to make sure I'm adding this redness there. Really an intense look, so I want to make sure that if I'm putting red and dark red around my eyes, that I'm making a statement, that I'm putting it there because I want it there, that it's visible, that it's pigmented, that it's not see-through, it's not accidental, you know what I mean? I'm just basically going, like, I'm showing you these steps, but I am going back and forth, and I would obviously expect you as well to do that, you know, back and forth here and there to make sure that things are blended. And right now what I'm doing is I'm grabbing this first fluffy brush, and I'm grabbing this very first transition pigment that I put, and I'm just making sure everything is seamless by using this transition shade and taking away some of this red, helping it blend a little bit better into this look. And if I blend away too much, I can add again. This is a process. Next up, I'm taking my small fluffy whatever brush, and I'm grabbing the lightest shade in this palette, in the Morphe 35OM, and I'm bringing that into the inner corner and kind of anywhere that I don't have any pigment, just so all of these dark colors are blending into this. So yeah, inner corner and, like, I don't know, a quarter of a way in to this eye, just to brighten things up a lot. And I'm also going to bring it up to the brow bone. So I'm really just painting all the way here. Next up, I'm actually taking, you can totally skip this step and put just any highlighter in the inner corner. I'm just taking the purple ultraviolet from the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, just because I feel like he actually has some, like, it looks like it's blue on the inner corner, but I don't know, I quite like the look. Okay, this is nearly the end of eyeshadow. Before I ditch eyeshadow, I'm going to put just a very thin line on my upper lash with this Kat Von D tattoo ink liner, just basically line the root of the lash so that it's a little bit more dramatic. And so I'm basically going to go in from the inner corner to the outer corner, just so everything, you know, all of that drama is matching together. You know, the drama from here to here is kind of going together. I didn't even go all that you know, far out. I went basically from the inner to like 3/4 of the outer edge, just because on the outer it's already getting dark anyway, but on its own this just looks poop. So I'm grabbing this concealer brush again, and I'm grabbing the same dark brown, I mean the same that I've used, and I'm just going to go over this same line from the inner corner to the outer and just smudge it out, blend it into the look, because the liner is black, you know, the look is brownish, and you know, things are not looking all that great. So I'm just going to go right over it and make sure that it blends a little bit better. So this is what I did. I mean, nothing really all that spectacular. I just brought the whole look together. I think this black on the inner corner is a little bit fatter than here, so I might see about fixing that a little bit. Also, I just basically put this white, do you remember this white that I put in the inner corner and on the brow bone? I just put some more of that over the brown just to bring things down a little bit. This is basically it. The last 2 steps is a brown gel liner in the waterline. Make sure that you're lining everything, not just, you know, the kind of middle of the lower line, everything out there, up there, the inner corner, up the inner corner, everywhere. Then I'm gonna put mascara on, finish the rest of my face, and we'll come back for the last few seconds of the lipstick. So this is you zoomed out already, and this is my entire look on this. There's a couple things, like this guy, he has, I really know what to do with my lips. I wanted to do like full-on red lips, like I think this is Designer Blood by Jeffree Star, but I feel like this is really intense already and I don't want darker lips. And he's also got like these 3 dots on his forehead, and I don't know if I want to do that. I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm gonna keep it me. So I'm gonna go for my very favorite nude lipstick with this. I think it's gonna look really beautiful. I'm gonna apply the Jeffree Star Mannequin. I think this looks really beautiful with this nude lipstick. Just quickly to tell you what I did for the rest of my face. Of course, L'Oreal True Match Liquid Foundation. Of course, the Elemental Beauty Powder Foundation shade English Rose to set everything. I use L'Oreal bronzer. It's called like Bronze Glam or something. Then I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit in shade light to medium, just to contour those cheekbones. I used the Elemental Beauty blush along with some number 7 blush in shade, I think it's Honey, and that's basically it. I did my brows really dark this look. Oh yes, and of course I put on some highlight to match this look. This is of course the same highlight I put in my inner corner, the Kat Von D Alchemist highlighting palette in shade Ultraviolet. I hope you really enjoyed this, because I did. If you enjoyed this half as much as I enjoyed making this video, then then that's good enough, because honestly this look is really cool. And you know, this guy, this MUA, what is he called? Noah Fawn. I mean, his looks are like insane and incredible, and obviously he's a makeup artist that does like, he like creates entire like aliens basically out of people, so his abilities are way beyond mine, but this look was a fantastic inspiration from him, and so thank you for that, and thank you for watching. Subscription to this channel, as always, is very optional, but if you decide to subscribe, I hope you enjoy your stay. I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye!